there's more news coming out regarding the polls that have been seen in YouGov and other places that suggest that Labour Party are no longer the default anti-Farage, anti-reform choice, which is terrible news for the anti-reform brigade, because this is one opportunity to try and galvanise and maybe try and hook arms on this and say, look, let's ally ourselves together just to stop Farage becoming the Prime Minister at the next general election. But then by saying this, it would indicate that the constant attacks just haven't worked. They haven't gone anywhere. And that people don't trust Labour, because then again, they're the ones who actually are running the country right now as we speak, and they're making some bad choices. Starmer's popularity is down the toilet, along with Labour too, and Rachel Reeves. So they need to come up with another plan and ways of trying to get around this. There's been suggestions that Labour and the Democrats will be allying themselves at the next election just to try and stop some seats going to Reform, which means they can obviously do that regardless, but there probably won't be enough there for them to stop going to Reform. And of course, at the same time, you'll be pushing those on the right to actually start thinking, well, actually, maybe there is something to this, that you are trying to stop someone getting power because you might actually get things done that we want as well, so to speak, on the right-wingers, centre-right, conservatives, and traditionalists, along with populists. So there is that situation coming up now, whereby the election's not going to happen, of course. The local elections are coming up this year, the ones that actually will not be cancelled, for example, and we'll see how that pans out, because suggestions that Starmer will step down if, of course, they don't do well in the local elections. I think they're not going to do well regardless. The question is just how bad it will be, and whether Starmer thinks he can step away. Now, if these poll numbers were the ones for the Tory party, let's say, just for argument's sake, Kevin Badenoch was a Prime Minister at this time, and these were poll numbers, the Tories would have got rid of her by now. There is no question about it. They always think of the party first, so I'm a little bit surprised why this hasn't happened yet for Labour, and it's partly due to the fact that people in that party are probably not capable of running the country, have no intention to, no matter what people have said about suitable candidates that could take over. I really don't see it happening. That's why Keir Starmer's the one being told, you might just carry this on till see how far it takes us, and we'll pick up the pieces from there. So the polls are showing, even YouGov polls that came out recently showed another +1 for Reform. So Reform are actually numbering from 26 to 32%. So you take the average is 28%. I think they want to be on 30, especially going into the election year itself. But for the local elections, obviously going to do pretty well. We'll see how that pans out. And I cannot see Labour continuing on the status quo and expecting them to actually walk away with something from the local elections, let alone the general election itself.